So the neck rings have been put back together again. I've repositioned them all to the specs, and yeah, looking pretty good. Here's my guide, which I've been using. Now it's just pretty much married up to the guide, which is good. And even the dome is sitting almost pretty much in the correct, or one of the generic sort of positions that it should be in. So that is pretty good. So considering how much hassle it was to try and get the neck rings taken apart and put back together again, it was a bit of a mission. I found that just some wooden blocks of the right height was quite handy. So, you know, just having those shoved in certain areas really helped to speed up the process. But even the dome itself is, I mean, there's no wheels on the dome yet, but it's riding a lot better even without the wheels. It's just naturally sitting in a better position than it was. Whereas before it was kind of, there was this massive gap here, so the dome looked a lot higher. But now I've just repositioning these two neck rings has suddenly brought has equalized the discrepancies and the gaps, so it all kind of makes sense. So now I don't have to, chop up the neck bin or do any other real sort of messing around, because now I've got the divisions sorted out. It's saved me a lot of headache on other aspects, which means that now I can just stick some wheels of some description inside my dome, and then that whole mechanism will start to rotate quite nicely and spin around and stuff. Much like this one over here, which has a similar kind of wheel disc inside it. But it just means that, once you've got your wheel disc in and your divisions here are all sorted, and it starts to look more Dalek-y and all the rest of it. So if anyone says they can build a Dalek, it takes a lot of work, actually, more than I actually realized, to try and get a lot of this stuff to work. It's a real precision. I think the main thing is precision, is trying to get that Shawcraft look, and that's the hardest part. I think anyone can make a dustbin or a generic sort of pepper pot with which I've seen a lot of, pepper pot shaped robots with balls and stuff stuck on them, and hash together Daleks. But having a proper dome and the neck rings and just having everything in proportion goes a long way to having a decent Dalek for whatever, for exhibitions or shows or even for filming or whatever. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I suppose now I've got the neck rings sorted, I guess the next thing to do will be to get some filler and sort out these rough edges, which look terrible. And well, I don't suppose you can really see them in the camera, but they will show up with the paint, definitely. And then fill in the gaps around the joins here. Some of them have got some holes, and just hole filling basically, to do with the neck ring. And then just put on the fabric that goes behind it, which is a see-through mesh. I actually found an old trampoline skin, which I'm going to put on there, which is pretty much the material. It's pretty close to the material that they would use on a Dalek, and got it all wrapped up at the moment. But I found that at the skip at the recycle centre. So I'm going to chop that up and put that on put that on there, and then it'll be that whole section kind of complete bar the paint job, and then I can just worry about something else, the dome or dome mechanism or whatever. But so yeah, that was really just what I wanted to talk today about, is the reassembly of the neck rings, which to me was quite a mission to do, and I'm kind of glad it's over now. And I think it took about 3 hours in order to try and take the whole thing apart, and then try and reposition it and get it all back together again. And but yeah, I'm quite happy with it now. So on to the next job.